7 hidden signs she's crazy about you. No. 7 is shocking, old Stoic wisdom. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Let me pull back the curtain on something that most men never see coming. Something that could change how you perceive every woman in your life. There's an invisible game unfolding around you. Not a game of deception, but of subtle signals, fleeting glances, instinctive gestures, and unconscious challenges that reveal deep attraction. And here's the kicker, most men walk right past them, blind. I've spent the last decade immersed in behavioral psychology, dissecting thousands of real-world interactions, and uncovering one simple truth. There are 7 signs, 7 unmistakable cues that a woman is deeply, even obsessively, into you, and odds are, someone in your life is flashing them right now. It could be the colleague who lingers a little too long in conversation, the friend who laughs a little too hard at your jokes, the woman who always finds herself coincidentally near you. But because you've never been shown what to look for, you miss it. That ends today. You're about to learn the hidden language of attraction, the cues women don't even realize they're sending. Because attraction isn't a script. It's not about what she says. It's about what she can't stop doing, no matter how much she tries to hide it. Once you learn these signs, you'll have what I call Stoic vision, the ability to enter a room and instinctively sense who's drawn to you without a word spoken. This isn't a theory. These insights are battle-proven, drawn from real conversations, real reactions, and real results. I've seen these 7 signs hold true across age, background, and personality. They are primal, and once you see them, you can't unsee them. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most men are tuned into the wrong channel. They look for bold moves, dramatic confessions, or playful teasing. But real attraction, it's quieter, hidden, biological, ancient. And if you want to win in this silent war of connection, you need to read what others miss. We're going beyond the surface, into micro-expressions, subconscious cues, and the Stoic discipline of observation. Once you master these 7 signals, you'll start spotting them everywhere, on the subway, in line for coffee, across the boardroom table. Before we dive in, do one thing. Hit subscribe, because this video is just the beginning. Each week we uncover more about attraction, masculinity, and personal power, tools every man should have but few do. And in the comments, just type decode, because after this, that's what you'll be doing, decoding desire in real time with a calm confidence forged from understanding, not guesswork. Let's begin. Sign number 1, the copycat effect. She's not just watching, she's sinking. Gentlemen, lean in. What if I told you that one of the most powerful signs a woman's crazy about you isn't in her words, her compliments, or even her eyes, but in something far more primal, silent, and completely involuntary? It's called the copycat effect. And no, it's not about flattery or playing cute. It's ancient, it's biological, it's hardwired. You're not just being observed, you're being mirrored. That's right. When a woman is genuinely attracted to you, her subconscious betrays her better judgment and begins syncing to your rhythm like a secret code only nature understands. This isn't rom-com fluff. This is the dance of deep attraction, executed in micro-movements. You lean forward 3 seconds later. So did she. You adjust your watch. Suddenly, she's brushing her hair. This isn't coincidence. It's chemistry, silently screaming. Old Stoic wisdom teaches us not to chase validation with needy eyes, but to observe reality with an iron mind. And in this silent mimicry, reality is whispering, she's into you. Let's break it down. First, vocal mimicry. She'll start matching your speech pattern, tone, even your pace, without even knowing she's doing it. Next, respiration. Breathe a little slower, deeper, and watch how her breathing subtly sinks to yours. It's unconscious, unplanned, and undeniable. Then there's blink synchronization. Yes, it's a thing. Her eyelids will start timing themselves with yours, like some invisible metronome. Micro-gestures. That's the real tell. You touch your jawline, give it 10 seconds, she's adjusting her necklace or smoothing a sleeve. This is a deep attraction bypassing the filter of logic. It's the body screaming what the mind tries to suppress. And science cold, hard proof. Researchers from the University of California found that lovers, real ones, not just friendly acquaintances, mirror each other 77% more than platonic pairs. Even more intriguing, the stronger her attraction, the faster she copies. That's right, the rapid-fire mimicry is your telltale signal. Want to test it? Use the mirror drill. First 5 minutes baseline. Observe her natural state. Minute 5. 7. Shift your posture. Cross your arms. Lean back. Then wait. Minute 7. 10 micro-gestures. Touch your chin. Scratch your neck. Count the seconds. Her delayed mimicry might mean she's trying to keep her cool, but biology always wins. The more precise and immediate her response is, the deeper the desire. That's old Stoic wisdom in action. Don't react. Observe. But here's what most pickup gurus never tell you. This mirroring effect, it's a 7-way street. If you want to forge a visceral bond that cuts through her mental defenses like a knife through silk, start syncing your breathing to hers. That's not manipulation. It's connection. It's the forgotten art of energetic rapport. It's how eye and mind seduce without a word. Don't just speak. Sync. Don't just touch. Align. Delayed mirroring is also gold. When she copies you after a 30, 60-second lag, it means there's resistance in her mind, but her body's starting to betray her. She's losing the logical battle, and the primal brain is taking over. That's attraction in its rawest form. No lies, no masks, just pure physical truth. So, your mission master the silent language of desire. Don't talk your way into her heart, observe your way in. Let your iron mind read the signs her body's screaming. Remember, mirroring never lies. Words are rehearsed, smiles are trained, but the body always tells the truth. Be the man who sees it, be the man who knows, and above all, be the man who never chases, only watches. That's not just a game, that's old Stoic wisdom. Sign number 2, the investment of time. Time is the most valuable resource we have, and when a woman is truly crazy about you, she'll treat it like a precious gift that she's eager to share. Don't mistake this for simple courtesy or fleeting politeness. She's not just casually checking in to be friendly, she's making a conscious, deliberate effort to be part of your world, whether it's through text messages, phone calls, or subtly arranging to cross paths with you. This is a sign she's not just interested. She's invested. You must understand this. A woman who's really drawn to you won't wait for you to ask for her time. She'll give it freely, and often, she'll reach out first, whether it's a quick "how's your day" text or an invitation to do something together. And this isn't just about filling time, it's about creating opportunities to deepen the bond. This isn't some casual, passive interaction, it's an active investment in you. So ask yourself, does she initiate conversations without you having to beg? Does she suggest activities or ask about your plans without waiting for you to lead the way? If she's always finding ways to be in your presence, if she's showing up at places she knows you frequent or seeking time with you without you making the effort, that's the unmistakable signal of attraction. She's not only showing interest, she's showing intention. And that, my friend, is as real as it gets. This is where old Stoic wisdom steps in, teaching us that time is a reflection of our priorities. A woman who gives her time isn't just making space in her schedule, she's giving you a piece of her inner world. Like the Stoic masters of old, she understands that time is finite, and she chooses to invest it wisely. This is a fundamental truth. Time is the ultimate test of what truly matters. If you want to know whether she's invested in you, watch how she uses her time. Don't waste your time wondering if it's real. Look at how she uses hers. If she's carving out moments in her busy life for you, it's not a coincidence. It's a conscious choice. You must also take note of how she makes you feel in those moments. Is she engaged? Is she present? These are all reflections of someone who isn't just filling the hours with idle chatter. She's building something meaningful, and she wants you to be a part of it. Now, let's apply some old Stoic wisdom to this situation. When a person with an iron mind gives you their time, they've already weighed the options, calculated the risks, and made the decision to invest in you. They're not wasting their energy or attention on frivolous pursuits. They've looked into the depths of the connection and said, "This is worth my time." If she's doing that for you, it's not a small thing. It's a clear, powerful signal. So, don't miss it. If she's eager to spend time with you without you having to pull teeth, that's not just an indication of interest. It's a sign that she sees something lasting in you. This isn't some fleeting crush or casual fling. No, this is the action of someone who's serious. It's like holding onto a treasure that grows in value, day by day. Be sure to recognize it, and be just as invested in the time you share with her. Sign number 3, the gaze lock effect. Let's explore one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked signals that a woman's heart is quietly but profoundly engaged. This is not about the casual, fleeting glance you might exchange with a stranger. This is something deeper, something more intense. It's the moment when her gaze locks with yours and doesn't quickly retreat. It's that quiet, magnetic pull of eye contact, a connection that goes beyond the surface. When she holds your gaze, her eyes linger just a bit longer than they should, almost as if she cannot help it. And when you notice her looking, she doesn't break the connection immediately, but rather holds it with calmness, almost like she's drawn to you by an invisible force. This is no accident. This is a biological response to deep attraction, and you must recognize it for what it is. You see, when someone feels drawn to you on a deep level, they want to engage with you on a more intimate, emotional plane. The eyes are the most intimate part of the body, and as Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, would remind us, they serve as the windows to the soul. This isn't just a metaphor, it's a biological reality. Prolonged eye contact is more than just a simple exchange. It triggers the release of oxytocin, the hormone responsible for bonding. This is the body's way of saying, "I trust you. I am emotionally connected to you." It's her unspoken way of saying, "I'm attracted to you." That's why, in these moments, you're not simply making eye contact, you're making a connection that goes beyond words. Think of it like this. Epictetus often spoke about mastering our emotions, of not letting outside influences disrupt our peace. Yet, he also emphasized the importance of understanding the world around us and reading the signs presented to us. This is no different. The gaze lock effect is not some random coincidence. It's a direct reflection of the bond being formed between 7 people. When a woman holds your gaze without looking away, she's telling you, in the most primal way possible, that she's engaged with you, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Now, you may be skeptical, and I understand that. We live in a world where signals like these can sometimes be misinterpreted, but don't make that mistake. Test it for yourself. The next time you speak to her, don't just look into her eyes, deliberately hold your gaze just a little longer. Notice her reaction. Does she break the contact? Does she look away, or does she lean in? Holding the connection with the same unspoken understanding. If she doesn't break eye contact, you know that you've caught her attention in a way that's impossible to deny. This is your path of wisdom. If you understand this subtle yet powerful sign, you will unlock a deeper level of connection with her. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the things within our control and to see the world clearly without being distracted by external forces. This gaze, this moment of connection, that is something you can control. You can test it, observe it, and recognize its significance. When you do, you will be able to read the subtle cues of attraction with clarity, and that understanding will set you apart from others. In this modern world, where we are constantly bombarded by distractions and noise, it's easy to miss these subtle signals, but don't fall into that trap. Your ability to stay calm, focused, and aware of these signals is your competitive edge. By recognizing these subtle signs, you are mastering the art of human connection. Just as the great Stoics of old mastered the art of self-discipline, It's your victory to claim, your victory to own. You must trust in your ability to recognize these signs. When you do, you'll see the world in a way that others can't. This is the true power of Stoicism. It's not about brute force or manipulation. It's about understanding the natural forces around you, the signals people are sending, and responding with the wisdom and clarity of someone who has mastered the paths of wisdom. That is the power of the gaze lock effect. When you notice it, you know you've got her attention, but more importantly, you know that you've recognized something deeper, something more profound. That is the way of the Stoics. That is how you win. You must never forget that you are the master of your own reality. When you see this effect, you are seeing the power of connection. Don't let that connection slip away unnoticed. Recognize it, embrace it, and use it to strengthen your emotional bond. That is the way of the Stoic. The paths of wisdom will guide you toward victory, but only if you learn to recognize and act on the subtle signs that life presents to you. Don't hesitate. Claim your victory. Sign number 4. The proximity instinct. You might not notice it at first, but pay attention. When a woman is drawn to you, her body will find ways to be near yours, and it's one of the clearest signs of her interest. It's not just about where she sits or stands. It's about how her body instinctively seeks out yours, even when there's plenty of space to keep her distance. Whether it's casually sitting next to you when there are empty chairs, subtly positioning herself closer to you in a crowded room, or simply adjusting her position to stay within your vicinity, this physical closeness is a powerful, yet often overlooked, signal. And it's more than just proximity. It's the subtle, unconscious shifts in her body language. When she's near you, her posture will adjust as she leans in a little more or shifts her body slightly to maintain that closeness. It's all happening without her even thinking about it. The body, in all its wisdom, has a way of revealing feelings that words often can't. You need to observe carefully. Does she always find a way to gravitate toward you, even when there's room to stand or sit elsewhere? You might notice that she chooses the spot right next to you when it's not strictly necessary. That's a powerful sign that she feels something for you, and it's happening on a subconscious level. Now, don't let this be a confusing moment. Her actions are clear if you just tune in. She's drawn to you. Don't be fooled by the silence. These actions speak volumes. You might try to reason this away by thinking it's just coincidence. But remember, old Stoic wisdom teaches us to read the unspoken cues, the little movements, the small changes in posture, the way her space is never far from yours. It's all a dance, and it's as old as time itself. In these moments, her body is revealing an iron mind, a mind that knows exactly what it wants and how to show it without words. This proximity instinct is more than a mere physical act. It's a deeper, almost primal communication of attraction. It's not about the obvious signs or grand gestures. It's the quiet, constant pull toward you. When a woman instinctively moves closer, it's her body's way of saying, I want to be near you. I feel safe with you. I want to be part of your space. These signs are subtle, yes, but the message is undeniable. She's not just occupying space next to you, she's claiming it. You must pay attention to this. Do not dismiss these clues as mere coincidence. The old Stoic wisdom tells us that what we see with our eyes can often deceive us, but what we feel in the presence of another tells a truer story. So, take heed. If her body is always near yours, it's a clear sign that her interest runs deeper than just casual acquaintances. Now, this isn't to say that proximity alone is the end-all and be-all of attraction, but when combined with other behaviours, it's a solid confirmation. If her body consistently gravitates toward yours, and it's coupled with other signs of affection and attention, then you can be confident that she's into you. You must realise that this is more than just a body in space. It's a calculated and deeply human response, shaped by centuries of instinct and social cues. In this world of complexities and misunderstandings, trust the clarity of her proximity. You don't need to overanalyze it. The old Stoic wisdom, with its focus on clear sight and understanding, teaches you to trust these signs. They are a reflection of her attraction, a deep connection that even an iron mind can't ignore. If you found this insight valuable, don't forget to like, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit from this wisdom, and make sure to subscribe for more timeless insights. Comment to remember. I trust the signs and honor the space between us. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Does she gravitate toward you in the way we've described? Sign number 5. The playful tease. The playful tease. One of the most revealing signs that a woman is truly into you. At first glance, it may seem like innocent banter, a harmless joke, or even a bit of sarcasm. But, in reality, when a woman teases you, she's sending a much deeper message. It's not about putting you down or making you feel uncomfortable. No. Her teasing is a subtle way of testing the waters, a method to see if you can handle the flirtation. It's her way of showing you that she's comfortable, even confident, around you. A bit of playful teasing is a sign that she's interested, and this is where the Stoic principles come into play. You must understand that confidence, emotional control, and composure, key Stoic rules, are the foundation of how you respond to this situation. When she teases you, it's not an attack, it's an invitation to engage, to see how you react. Do you take it personally? Do you shrink back? Or, worse, get defensive? Or do you respond with a calm, confident demeanor, a smile, and a sense of humor? In the world of practical Stoicism, this is where your iron mind shines. The more unshaken you remain, the more she'll feel the safety of your presence. Why? Because you're not letting her jabs, no matter how light-hearted, throw you off balance. This is key. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude strength through calmness. Your reaction, or lack of one, is what will make her feel safe enough to let down her guard even more, showing her vulnerability and building that connection. Teasing, especially playful teasing, isn't about winning or losing. It's about creating a dance of interaction, one where she's giving you subtle clues about how she feels and how much she trusts you. Don't let yourself fall into the trap of getting defensive or even trying to one-up her. That's a sign of insecurity, not confidence. Instead, you must remember that Stoic principles encourage emotional control. The more you practice this, the more you'll see how these playful interactions will strengthen her attraction towards you. By remaining relaxed, you send a message that you're unshakable, that you can handle anything she throws your way, no matter how teasing or playful. Now, let's dive into how this plays out in real life. The next time she teases you, pay close attention to how you react. If you laugh it off with ease, stay composed, and even throw a little playful retort her way, you're proving that you're not rattled by her. You're not only in control of the situation, but you're also making her feel more at ease in your presence. This is a fundamental rule of practical Stoicism, how you respond to external stimuli. Whether it's a teasing remark, a challenging situation, or an uncomfortable interaction, shapes the world around you. Be the rock in the storm, and she'll be drawn to you even more. Remember, this isn't just about the tease itself, it's about the overall exchange of energy. Teasing shows she's comfortable with you, but your reaction shows whether she's comfortable enough to keep pushing her boundaries with you. The key to maintaining this connection is confidence in yourself and your emotional stability. Stoic principles guide you to rise above the trivial, to remain steady in the face of distractions and irritations. Her playful teasing is just that, a playful interaction, not a challenge to your worth. If you let it be, you'll keep her intrigued, and you'll create a deeper connection. So, next time she teases you, do this laugh it off, don't overthink it, and respond in kind with a smile. Keep your cool. That's how you maintain attraction, according to Stoic rules. And that's how you know she's really into you, because she's comfortable enough to tease, and you're calm enough to respond with confidence. Test this out. The next time she teases you, notice how you feel. Are you calm, composed, and amused, or do you feel defensive, threatened, or insecure? Your reaction will determine if she keeps testing the waters, and that's a direct reflection of the strength of your emotional control, which is rooted deeply in Stoic principles. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. You'll stop thinking about how to respond and just react naturally, without fear, without insecurity, because you know that you're in control of your emotions. And that's something any man, guided by the wisdom of Stoic rules and practical Stoicism, can easily learn to do. Sign number 6, the subtle touch test. Let me be clear. Touch speaks louder than words. It is one of the oldest, most primal forms of communication. When a woman touches you, whether it's a gentle brush of her hand against yours, a hand resting on your arm, or the lightest touch on your shoulder, it's no accident. This is a direct signal that she's trying to build closeness, to create intimacy. When a woman is attracted to you, her body seeks to be near yours. The subconscious instinct to touch is a way of testing the waters, a desire to connect with you on a deeper, emotional level. If you're paying attention, you'll see it in how frequently and casually she touches you. These subtle gestures aren't random. They are deliberate. In fact, they speak volumes about her comfort level with you, her desire to grow closer. If her touches are frequent and relaxed, it's a sign that she's not just interested. She's inviting you into her personal space. This isn't just a physical gesture. It's an emotional one. It's a clear path, like those paths of wisdom, revealing that she wants you in her life, and she's testing your response. Women will often use touch to gauge your reaction, to see if you are willing to reciprocate and push the connection to a new level. Epictetus, the great Stoic, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You must understand that this is no game. This is how intimacy and trust are built, step by step. Her touch is a small act, but it's heavy with meaning. She's showing you that she feels safe with you, that she's opening herself up to you in ways words cannot. Don't let fear or hesitation stop you from reading this sign. Embrace it. Respond to it. Take action. This is how connections are made. Don't hesitate to move forward with confidence. Remember, the paths of wisdom lead to understanding. Don't be passive. Be bold. Like Epictetus taught us, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. If she's touching you, she's telling you she's ready for more. Don't let this opportunity slip by. React, connect, win. This is the Stoic way to understand attraction, to see past the surface and understand the deeper, emotional signals. Recognize these signs, follow the paths of wisdom, and take action. She's showing you the way. Your task is to walk it with courage and certainty. Let this sign guide you and move with confidence towards a deeper connection, toward winning her heart. If you found this valuable, comment below and share it with someone who could benefit from understanding these signs. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights. Comment to remember, I attract meaningful connections effortlessly. This simple statement will help you stay grounded in your power and understand that you're worthy of genuine and intimate connections. Sign number 7, the forced jealousy trap, unveiling the deep psychological mechanism. If you want to understand the true nature of attraction, you must first grasp the profound depths of female psychology. One of the most misunderstood yet powerful signs that a woman is deeply interested in you is the forced jealousy trap. You see, what may seem like disinterest or withdrawal is, in reality, one of the clearest indications of her growing feelings for you. Most men get this all wrong. They misinterpret it as a rejection and back off immediately. Big mistake. The truth is that this response is an evolutionary instinct at play, and you must learn to navigate it with absolute mastery. You must understand that this isn't manipulation, it's biology. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught us to control our reactions, and this is one of the most important moments to put that wisdom into action. When a woman begins to develop real feelings for a man, her brain triggers a fascinating response. It starts testing his value, but not through direct questions or overt behavior. No, it's much more subtle than that. She will manufacture jealousy situations, designed not to hurt or provoke, but to gauge whether you are worthy of her affection. This is hardwired into her neurological system. It's her primal brain testing you, seeking to understand if you are truly high value. It's not personal, it's evolution at work. One of the first signs you'll notice in this process is what I call subtle withdrawal. You're having a great conversation, everything's flowing smoothly, and then, out of nowhere, she mentions another woman or notices you talking to someone else. Watch closely. Within moments, she will create physical distance, cross her arms, or begin responding with shorter answers. Most men misread this as rejection, thinking they've lost her interest, and they back off. But that's a huge mistake. What's happening beneath the surface is much more profound. Her brain is saying, I need to know if he's worthy of my attention, if he can compete for my value. She's testing you, and you must pass this test with calm, assured confidence. The second phase in this game of psychological warfare is what I call the probing phase. She will drop seemingly innocent comments like, you sevens seem close, or I bet girls like that are more your type. The overwhelming temptation for most men here is to over-explain, to get defensive, to say, oh, no, we're just friends. But this is where most men fail. This is where the path to wisdom diverges. Instead, you must embody the Stoic ideal of inner calm. You must remain unshaken, giving minimal responses like, she's cool. The strength in this simplicity is immense. The power of this minimalism cannot be overstated. By not reacting with insecurity or defensiveness, you exude value, and you show her that you are not rattled. The ultimate test, however, is what I call the proximity play. This is where she will deliberately start standing closer to other men in your presence, or even mention being asked out. She'll do this while keeping an eye on you, waiting to see your reaction. This is a critical moment. Most men either panic and chase or get angry and possessive. Both responses are deadly. You must never act out of desperation or insecurity. The key here is amused indifference, a slight smirk, a calm demeanour, and perhaps even agreeing with her. Yeah, he seems like a great guy. This shows absolute confidence and zero insecurity. That's the secret. When you demonstrate unshakable self-assurance in this moment, her attraction to you will skyrocket. You've passed her test. On a biological level, when you pass these tests, her brain floods with dopamine and oxytocin. These chemicals are stronger than any compliment you could give her. This is the essence of the Stoic approach. Control yourself, control your reactions, and in doing so, you control the outcome. You become the prize, not the one chasing after it. You must recognize this pattern. Women will test you again and again, and the more they like you, the more intense these tests will become. From the barista who casually mentions her boyfriend when you flirt, to the co-worker who makes a comment about how often you talk to the new hire. They aren't rejecting you. They are providing you with opportunities to prove your value. Recognize these tests for what they are. With each test, you are given the chance to demonstrate your worth, fail, and you fall into the trap of insecurity and self-doubt. Pass, and you rise to new heights of attraction and respect. This, my friend, is the true path of wisdom, the path that leads you to a place of absolute confidence and control in all aspects of your life, including relationships. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. In this case, your want for validation, your need for approval, must be minimal. The less you seek it, the more it will come to you naturally. So, let her test you. Let her create these moments. You must respond with strength, composure, and the deep conviction that you are enough because you are. Recognizing the forced jealousy trap is the key to transforming from the pursuer to the pursued. This is the Stoic way of life. Do not let the small tests shake you. Stay calm, stay focused, and most importantly, stay true to your own value. If you find today's content useful to you, don't forget to share your feelings and lessons with us, or simply comment "very cool." It's a great encouragement for our channel makers. Thank you very much. Hey, this is old Stoic wisdom. Trust me, the men who grasp these principles don't just get lucky, they become the exception. Now that you've learned about these 7 powerful attraction triggers, here's what you need to do next. Smash that like button. Why? Because YouTube's algorithm is always watching, and every like signals to the platform, this is the type of content I want more of. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications, because what you just learned is just the surface. Now, I want to hear from you in the comments below. Choose one of these 3 mirroring if you've noticed a woman copying your movements before. Jealousy test if you've seen those withdrawal patterns happening. Decode if you want me to break down even more subconscious attraction signals. Why does this matter? Because your comments are powerful. They create a living case study. We can analyze real-world examples, and I might even feature your story in an upcoming video. Lastly, share this video with a friend who needs to see this. Not just because it helps the channel, although it does, but because every man deserves to understand these psychological truths. Imagine how many relationships could be saved, and how much frustration avoided if more men could read these signals correctly. This is Old Stoic wisdom signing off. Remember, attraction isn't magic, it's science. And now that you know these 7 signs, you're already ahead of 95% of the men out there. But this is just the beginning. Stay tuned, because next time, we're going even deeper into the female psyche. Until then, start observing, start applying, and most importantly, start seeing results.